Hello, welcome to today's audio log. It is 4:42 p.m. on the 19th of June 2024. Hi, how are you? How's it going? I'm doing well. I've had a good day and I have some plans a little later to play some board games with my D&D group. We do it every Wednesday, so it's not really a surprise to anyone who listens to these on a regular basis. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day, good time. I wanted to talk about, weirdly, I never thought I'd say this, but I wanted to talk about politics, specifically UK politics. We are currently going through. Okay, actually, you know what? Let me preface this by saying I know next to nothing about politics. I've never taken an interest in it. I have never had an opinion on it. And I would rather not discuss it at all because I know how people can be when it comes to politics. Now, that being said, this feels like a more important. How do I even know what to call it? Basically, we're currently going through the process of voting for a new government, and I received my ballot papers in the mail today. And like I said, I've never taken an interest in politics, so I've also never voted before. Just, yeah. I think you're eligible to vote at like 16 or something. Maybe it's 18, I don't know. It's been a while. But I've never voted because I have never known enough about any of it to feel like I could make an educated decision. I feel like my the education that I received failed me in preparing me for more real world topics like politics and taxes and all the things that grown-ups have to deal with. They were never really taught in school. So I think that might be a reason why I've grown up never caring. They've never given me a reason to care. So why should I? But I had a conversation with my mum earlier while we were out walking Luna. And I basically asked her to explain in simple terms what was going on and why I should bother voting. And I'm not going to go over what she said, but I suppose I have a better idea now than I did before. So yeah, it's time to vote for a new government, and I guess I will finally do it. I'll finally, you know, take that step forward. And I blamed my education for not teaching me about politics, but I've also never taken the time to teach myself either. I've always avoided politics. Whenever there's like a political discussion on the TV, I just ignore it, or I, switch to a different channel or whatever. Just any form of political discourse I have ignored. and stayed away from. But I think this time around I'm actually going to do something, which it feels weird to do, obviously, because I haven't done it before, but it does feel like the right thing to do. Being that I am an adult, one capable of voting, and one that I suppose has a say in things. It doesn't. At times, it doesn't feel like I do or we do as a population, but after having it explained to me earlier, I kind of get it. So yeah, I wanted to bring that up today. I realize it's not a very it's not really an interesting topic. I mean, even now that I do know a little bit about it, I still would prefer not to talk about it. But like I said, I thought it might be important to mention, and a good thing to bring up in an audio log, so that in the future, when I assume I'll be voting, whenever I can, this will be a good thing to look back on and kind of just look back and see how my attitude towards this topic has changed. So, yeah. I probably shouldn't say who I'm voting for. I don't even know if it matters, to be honest. Like, people, a lot of the political things that I have seen, they've mainly come from the US, to be honest. The US is very loud in terms of, like, worldwide news. Like, a lot happens in the US, and a lot of news is covered in the US, and so a lot of it bleeds into other countries, and then other people have opinions and things, and like it just kind of like cascades. So yeah, a lot of the political stuff I've seen has come from the US, and mainly talking about presidents, and like Donald Trump is a big name, obviously. There's Biden, all the US presidents and that kind of thing. Like, but my point was, it's never ended well. Like, it's always felt or seemed like I don't know, like, just no one is happy about anything. Like, no one seems to be having like peaceful conversations, or like conversations that don't lead to, oh, well, you're voting for him, well, I don't like you anymore, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's so much. I don't even know what word to use, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. It's just, it's not a nice topic of discussion from what I've seen. So I think that might also be a reason why I've never bothered to take part in it myself, because I don't want to be on the receiving end of someone who voted differently to me, and they find that out, and then they're like, oh, blah, 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 I hate you now, sort of thing. It's just, it seems ridiculous. It seems childish, and I don't see the point. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing for me. It's, yeah. But, I mean, I suppose it has to be done, right? Like, one of the things that my mum told me earlier was that the reason why we've had the same government for the past 14 years is because the uneducated and the people who don't care about voting, they've either been voting for the wrong people or not voting at all, and it's allowed our government to continue the way that it has. So it makes sense, I suppose, to kind of stop doing that and just actually vote, and maybe it will make a change, maybe not. But I suppose there's no harm in it, right? But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to really talk about today. A weird one, I'll admit. Um, I think uncomfortable is a good word for it. It's an uncomfortable topic because of how heated it can get. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here, I suppose. I hope you've had a good day, or having a good day, or have a good week, and all that stuff. Like looking after yourself. I'll be back tomorrow for the next audio log. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.